Jim Huang, president of eXp Commercial. I'm so honored and blessed that you would, come and spend a little time with me and share some things with the people listening on these videos out there from now until, once it's on the internet, it's always on the internet, right?
Once you're out there, you're out there.
You're right, yeah, exactly. So, hey, give a little background on you, because you've had an amazing amount of success in the commercial space, from, doing your own, building it up, and I mean, just, you share it better than I can. I'm actually learning from you every time.
Well, thank you, and it's a privilege to share, put it out there in the universe. And what, my career path, it really stumbled into commercial real estate. Was going to be a doctor, went into finance, went into private equity, worked for some really good legends in commercial real estate. So I really got to cut my teeth learning kind of really at the feet of the masters. When I worked to do and help out with one of the largest TIC syndicators under one that with Bob Rabati and Mark Paul, I got to learn how the TIC worked. But actually looking at deals, we saw that many of the listings and deals came from Marcus and Millichap. And I said, you know what? M&N has this great name. I learned and know that you could possibly teach me, but I want to cut my teeth to see if I can make it at Marcus and Millichap.
Okay.
So I went over to M&M, right, as it's called, and really cut my teeth. And I really enjoyed actually the cold calling, making the engagements, building relationships with clients. So that really started me on my path, just kind of accidentally falling into commercial real estate. Loved it ever since.
Okay, and so M&M, and I've been residential my 26-year career. M&M's big on cold calling and accountability in that regard and so on, from what I understand, right?
Yes. So in Marcus and Millichap, they really are known for the best training. Okay. And the best training is that they have systems, but they also have the right mentorship program. They have the right people. So it's like who you surround yourself. And Marcus was a great company learning the basics, learning and surrounding yourself with the best in the industry. And many of us are proud to have worked and learned from Marcus, whether we left. Many of our friends are still at M&M, and many of the leaders that left Marcus are actually leaders in the industry. So there became really a badge of honor to have worked at Marcus, learned at Marcus, and then we kind of thrived and grew because what they taught us, and this is why I still wear a coat and tie all the time, I was trained at Marcus to just look and be away as if, right, and being a commercial broker, and I maintained that. But also the discipline of doing the business day in, day out, and never taking things for granted.
Wow. Yeah, you made me put on a coat. Okay, so now but you built your own company, very successful, right? I think top 10.
It was a top company, yes.
Yeah.
And this is what I learned, and actually it's very, kind of coming full cycle. Because when I started building my own company, it was boutique, and I built it because I wanted to work with friends. I said, you know what? I don't need the big company anymore. I had enough clients and relationships to do my own. I had talked to my friends, so we had a good group of friends when we were doing business with each other over and over. That we said, why don't we start our own company where we can work together? And that's how the genesis of the company started. But what happened is when you create a good platform and culture, other people wanted to come. So when we started the company, it's a couple of us, and then more people heard about it. They liked the culture, they liked the company, they kept on coming and coming to a point. We were 180 commercial brokers, 5 offices, 2 satellite, doing about $2 billion in sales every year. Wow. So our little boutique company was fun. It was family.
Yeah.
This is what I love about eXp, having that family environment, really caring about the people around you. So
we hear family environment and culture and all that in residential all the time, but you actually have that in commercial as well?
Yes. Surprisingly, yes. And the funny thing is, as you stay in the industry being serious about commercial, we always say everyone in commercial knows each other, and it's a small, tight-knit community because we learned at a certain company, we did business within our market. As we've gone better and better, we started networking, passing referrals around the country. Many of us left for other big firms or started your own independent firm to various degrees of success. Some people are tremendously successful, after they left Marcus. So from that, we created our culture, community. We knew about everyone in the industry, good and bad reputation. Wow. Because our industry is so small and so many of us that paid our dues in the learning commercial, we really got to know each other well. And we still, to this day, many of my friends are executives and owners of other competitor companies. And we still can have a good drink together or a dinner and lunch, and we can share what we can share, and we still are friends because just one thing I learned is never burn bridges.
That's right.
And make friendships, and whatever you could do to share and help, it does always come around. Because many of those companies did actually offer me a job to come over because of just friendship. They know your skill set, and staying there, staying connected with each other, and really hearing the industry gossip was really important to know what was going on.
Yeah. Okay, so then now fast forward, you end up at eXp Commercial right at the beginning. I mean, you've been growing that thing like crazy. It's amazing. So speak a little bit about eXp Commercial, because we got, we're expanding, our organization's expanding all over the country. We even have commercial people in our organization. You know, Brett Stewart you met with, and his DST, and then he's just brought on a gal named Sierra who was with M&M, and now she wants to do mobile home parks all across the nation. And so there's all these niches within commercial, which is fun, and we're bringing on more commercial all the time, our organization as well. So speak a little bit about the value proposition, comparing where you came from and having your own company, and then now you're on the corporate side of eXp and running the show.
Well, Matthew, and very important, because every step I learned something. I learned what to do and what not to do, and why you are doing it. So watching the market, having a lot of friends listening and just watching what was going on. Even though, let's say, eXp Commercial was a blank canvas, you could paint and create anything you needed to do and wanted to do. And I would say some of the biggest strengths being this way with the company is, one, we're publicly traded. We're corporate, not franchise. This helps you with institutional and larger commercial deals, where you do need to be corporate, you do need to be publicly traded. The next part is the leadership. Year one, had some fantastic success, fastest growing commercial, but now we need to keep adding our leadership so we can manage and run the company, organize into the product type specialties. Now we're adding services, starting to dip our toes internationally. We were talking about Canada
and South Africa.
South Africa, absolutely. And there's so much interest about being part of it, but it's really creating in the US first, the platform, the test to show proof of concept. It works. And it does work. But now building the technology, building the training, building other pieces, it makes so much sense. And I'll say the biggest part is, especially in this changing market, the value prop of 80-20 capping at $20,000. Most of our commercial agents that are experienced, they are done within 1 or 2 deals. They're 100%.
That's, from what I understand, not really done in the industry to have an 80-20, right? And then have a cap so low, or a cap at all.
Cap at all.
Yeah.
There is no cap. Most companies, it just keeps going.
Wow.
And as you produce, so by having a cap, it just makes all the sense. And then having the $250 for our tech fees, because of our large scale of our company, it means so much because we have economies of scale to really get you the technology you need. And what we're doing is we're revamping. We're always looking for good tech and new tech. To put a full service integrated technology system. I always say hub of spokes, where we have kind of the front office, back office, and many other technologies through API integration could put in information so we can, and you're going to see this happen very soon. Lead generation, residential, and that's a power too. Our residential to commercial, our commercial to realty. So we are passing deals back and forth.
Absolutely.
Also for our strategic partners to give them referrals because they're sponsoring our events. They're giving us some profit sharing on what they can because we're non-restaurant commercial. Plus, big one, collecting more data, collecting more information that we can collect to start building a stronger database to help our clients and our agents become better in the market. So it is really important that these steps of a great value prop, why come over, makes sense, having all the technology that you need to do transaction, leasing, and yes, business opportunities, very important. And then putting a real training program for new agents. And we're constantly evolving it, learning, getting better people because we are a virtual company. How do we do this? How can we create a company to keep people to learn about commercial real estate, to mentor and follow so you have the highest success and to keep your learning process constantly going. I mean, like with the trade organizations like CCIM, SIOR, IREAA, Institute of Real Estate Management, ICSE, we are part of all of those trade groups. So once you have the basics, once you're getting mentored, you can start going deeper into all these different products, constantly educating yourself, constantly getting knowledgeable and connecting. So when you connect to all these organizations, you are getting better at referrals and leads.
Yeah.
Like you said, being in the industry, being known in the industry, opportunities keep coming.
Yeah, wow. And you keyed in earlier that we have 86,000 residential at this time. It's growing, I joke, it's growing like a rabbit farm on a hormone diet. I mean, it's just growing like crazy. Well, most of the residential agents don't have a clue about commercial. That's out of their wheelhouse, right? So where are they going to go to? They're going to reach out and connect through our technology and platforms and, you know, workplace and all these different residential or commercial agents, I should say. Right. And so that's a huge referral source for commercial agents.
Absolutely. And see, this is the holy grail where everyone is trying to figure out how do you get realty and commercial and you plug and work together, because there is a synergy with referrals.
There is.
It does take technology. It does take education. We're being on LinkedIn. If you follow eXp Commercial on LinkedIn, you can follow all the calendar of events. It's free. And we'd love to show people one comprehensive intro into commercial real estate. Just like the question you asked, right now as the market is harder, not everyone is being able to do residential loans or sales, right? Because of the interest rates and the debt service. But by learning commercial real estate enough, so you know how to find opportunities for leasing, business op, other services that you can say, I can do it, instead of saying, no, I don't do that, because we're one big company. You can now say, I can do that. Now you tap into the eXp commercial part with the experts of transaction, leasing, business opportunity, and other services. You can now help your client with experts in the industry who have pedigree, long time experience, make some money. Because at this time, you don't want to say no. You want to say, yes, I can do it. And I have the platform and the experts within the industry for you to plug in. So when we're doing our training, our symposium, we're going to teach people how you need to talk, how do you communicate to your clients about commercial real estate and other ways we can help you. And then you can plug them in once they say yes to the right departments of the product type, specialties, or services you need in commercial to really help your clients, really help them do some business for you, referring it to our commercial agents and helping them, you know, solve a problem. Because in this market, people are scared. People are they need experts, they need help, they need to learn and kind of really guide them the way. Everyone's looking for direction and leadership.
It's interesting. On the residential side, we always say it's more emotional sale. Commercial, I've always heard, not really emotions. It's dollars and cents and numbers as a pencil out and so on. I would think on the recruiting process or what have you, if these commercial agents are non-emotional in their space, hearing the value proposition of eXp, I would think it's got to be kind of a no-brainer, almost financial malpractice for them to stay where they're at and not be eXp commercial when you got stock ownership, publicly traded company, you got a very high split, higher than the norm in the industry, a cap, and then the opportunity for revenue share, right?
That's right.
As you attract agents, you get rewarded from the company. I mean, there's so many varied and additional income streams to build wealth. It's just incredible.
It's actually so amazing to create different income streams. And back in the day, we would say the only way we get passive income, we become a principal. We buy real estate. We start businesses, which is great, but we also say there's liability, right? So it's not just you started a company, you bought all this real estate because now you have liability, you have debt, you have responsibility. Here in eXp and in eXp Commercial, the great thing is we do what we do by introducing people to the company. We do that anyway, but now we get a gross amount of the referral dollars, not the net, the gross, to really cut it out, to show everyone we introduce to the company, you get a little piece of it instead of just referring in, getting a plaque, getting a one-time bonus, and that agent could be producing millions of dollars and other referrals. So it is a way to create so many income streams, getting stock ownership, getting so many referrals from the 85, 86, 87,000 agents, keeps growing globally.
Soon to be a million.
Oh, yes.
You know, that's the ultimate goal, a million.
We're going to get there. They're all coming. And it is really so exciting to just be part of the platform where there's so many ways to make money. There's so many opportunities as long as, and most commercial agents, we learn and we know how to work hard and we keep going at it, is to just stay in the game, stay in the business, and then really collaborate with so many people. So it is so important with what we're building here at eXp Commercial. And I said this on stage before. If you knew 4 years ago, eXp was only 6,000 and it would have been 84,000, would you have joined?
Sure. Hindsight's always crystal clear, right?
Exactly. Hindsight. here at eXp, commercial, we have 700. We know we're going to keep growing and thriving. So in a way, you're looking in a crystal ball, you're looking at hindsight to know with the success of eXp Realty, what we've done in 1 year is going to be the fastest growing commercial. Knowing that, what do you think is going to happen with eXp commercial 3, 4, 5 years? What do you think we're going to be then? And that's like Realty. And I said, it's right there. You can see it. It's not a guess like when you first started others.
It's already a proven track record.
And now building the other services, the synergies, the relationships, the strength of eXp. It is just really amazing what we're going to accomplish. Not just this year 1, year 2, but 3, 4, 5, and 10 years. And really building a legacy, we always say, and helping other people, right? We're changing lives.
We really are. You're firing me up. I know you're busy. I really appreciate you spending some time with me and the audience here. Any last thoughts that you want to leave with them? I mean, we're talking to both residential and commercial all over the nation and then internationally as well. Yeah.
And I would just say this, keep an open mind, explore opportunities, explore different avenues. There's no harm in taking a look. And actually, that's what I did. And I watched for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Before I came over.
So you were that guy that goes, hey, if you knew this back then, would you have done it?
That's right. And it is important to always keep an open mind and exploring different pathways and avenues because you just never know. Yeah. And don't let your ego stop you from making a good decision. Just keep an open mind.
That's right. That's right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matthew.
Excellent. Appreciate you.